Hello everyone, continuing again with the chapter 1 of class 11, that is your sociology and the society. So topic is 10th, our 10th topic is the scope of sociology and its relationship. Starting with this, let us read. The scope of the sociological study is extremely wide. It can focus its analysis of interactions between the individuals, such as that of a shopkeeper with a customer, between teachers and the student, between two friends or your family members. Means we can say that the scope of the sociology study is extremely wide. It is extreme study of the sociology is extremely wide. It includes, it focus, its analysis of interactions, that is all between your individuals. Individuals include what? Your shopkeepers, your teachers, your two friends, students, means between teachers and the friend students, and between two friends and the family members. And it can likewise focus on the national issues such as your unemployment or the caste conflicts. Means it also includes the national issues, that is the relating to the unemployment, the people those who do not get the employment, or your caste conflict, means conflict that arises relation to the caste, or the effect of state policies, or the forest rights of the tribal populations, or the rural indebtedness. All these are to be focused in the sociology, as sociology is extremely, study of the sociology is extremely wide. So, or examine global social processes such as the impact of the new flexible labor regulations, that is on the working class, or that of the electronic media on the young, or the entity of the foreign universities, that is also on the education system of the country. So we can say that while examining the global social processes, it provides you the impact of the new flexible labor regulation, that is on the working class, that is impact, that is of the global social processes that provides the impact of the on the working class, and that is also of the electronic media on the young, or the entry of the foreign universities, that is also on the education system of the country. Question arises that what defines the discipline of sociology is therefore not just what it studies, the family or the trade union or the villages, but how it studies a chosen field. Means we can say that sociology as the discipline, it does not provide you that it studies about the family, or you can say the trade union or the villages, but it also studies as a chosen field. Means the field which we choose, it also provides the study of that one. And the sociology is one of the group of social sciences. Means it is to be regarded as the one of the group of the social sciences, which also includes your anthropology, economic, political science, and history. Mean all these are included in this. And the division among the various social sciences are not the clear cut, and all the shares a certain range of common interests. So we can say that it is therefore very important to understand that the distinctions of that discipline, distinctions of the disciplines are to the great or some extent arbitrary, and should not be seen in the straight jacket fashion. Means it should not be straight in the straight words. And to differentiate the social sciences, that would be exaggerate the differences and the gloss over the similarities. Means it means exaggerate means to express extendedly, means to say something in an extend manner. So we can say that to differentiate the social sciences, the differences, to differentiate the social sciences, it provides you the it will exaggerate the differences that and the gloss over the similarities. Means exaggeration means detailed explanation. Furthermore, feminist theories have also shown the greater need of the interdisciplinary approach. Means feminist theories, they have provided the greater greater need for the interdisciplinary approach. And for instance, how would a political society scientist or economist, they study the gender roles and their implications for politics or the economy without the sociology of the family or the gender division of the labor. So we can say that as an example, the political scientists or your economists, they study the gender roles and their implications for the politics of the economy, that is also without a sociology of the family, or you can say that gender division of the labor. So next is our sociology. Next topic is your sociology and economy. Means sociology and economics. Means sociology, as I have already told you, that it is the study of the human life processes, societies, groups, human life groups of societies. And your economics is what? It is the study of the production and the distribution of the goods and services. So we can say that economics is the study of production and distribution. Means production and distribution of what? Of goods and services. Means from production level to the distribution, starting from the production to the distribution of the goods and services. And the classical economic approach dealt almost exclusively with the interrelation of pure economic variables, the relation of price. Economic, as you already all know, economics relating to the price, demand, supply, all this come under the economics, isn't it? When we study economics, it is related to the price, demand, supply. That is also the study of the production, distribution of the goods and the services. Means economics provides you to the interrelations of the pure economic variable, that is of the relation of price, demand, the supply, and your money flows. Money means inflows. Money flows means what? Inflows and the outflows, and also output and the input ratios and the like. All this come under the economics. And the focus of the traditional economics has been on a narrow understanding of economic activity, namely the allocation of the scarce goods and the services within society. Means traditionally economics do what? Traditional economics provides you the narrow understanding of the economic activity. Means now new economics provides you the broader concept, but the earlier the traditional economics provide the narrow understanding of the economic activity, that is namely allocation of scarce resource. Means allocation means division, allocate, the division of the scarce, that is limited resources. Scarce resources is your limited resources. Then limited goods and services, scarce goods and services within the society, that is limited goods and services within the society. Economists who are influenced by the political economy approach seeks to understand the economic activity in the broader framework of the ownership of and relationships, that is to means of the production. Means economists, they do what? They influenced by the political economy, that is also to approach, that is to seek to understand the economic activity, that is also in the broader framework of the ownership of and the relationship to the mean of the production. Then objective of the dominant trend in the economic analysis was, however, to formulate precise law of the economic So precise law of the economic behavior. So till now, that's it.